enriching uranium using new technology, the first of its kind in the United States. The facility will sit on 665 acres of land adjacent to the Department of Energy Paducah site. The company is Global Laser Enrichment.
So last week's announcement came with hopes that the project will be completed by 2030. Local 6's Dylan Payne talked with project leaders about this today. Dylan, is this a done deal?
Jen, the transfer of the land is the only thing that is set in stone right now. GLE has an application out to the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission. If approved, the first ever laser enrichment facility in the United States could be right here in Paducah, McCracken County. 5 million pounds of enriched uranium annually. That's 10% of the country's total uranium need. And that's how much the new Global Laser Enrichment Facility planning to come to our area would produce. The uranium would be used in facilities like this, the Saudi Daisy nuclear plant operated by TVA in Tennessee. The economic impact? Likely in the billions. James Dobchuk is the president of GLE and said they hope to get the facility up and going within the next 5 years, depending in part on the licensing process at the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission.
By the end of the year, we're planning to submit our environmental report to NRC, and by mid-next year, we'll submit the balance of our license application, and then NRC will some period of time, less than 30 months though, will review our submission, and we expect to issue us a license to build and operate the plant.
The way they enrich uranium is different than the traditional method, which involves something called a gas centrifuge. The new method is classified, but Dobchuk says it's more efficient than the traditional process. McCracken County Judge Executive Craig Clymer says there are thousands of containers filled with uranium, so much the company will have to limit production for the health of the global uranium market.
They can't, if they were to enrich it and put it into the market at one time or over a short period of time, it would affect the entire world market for uranium.
Now, once the facility is operational, they will employ around 300 people. During the construction process, they will have more than 1,500 people on site. Jen?
Well, thanks. To read all our coverage on nuclear energy in Kentucky, look for these stories at WPSD, local6.com.
Now,
there was a concept a long time ago that you would do a different type of reactor called a fast reactor that would make a bunch of another element called plutonium. And then you would pull that out, and then you would burn that. That's called breeding in a fast reactor. That is bad because as soon plutonium's nuclear weapons material, it's messy. The processing you have to get through is not only environmentally difficult, it's extremely expensive. The concept of this so-called TerraPower reactor is that in the same reactor, you both burn and breed. And so instead of making plutonium and then extracting it, we take uranium, the part that the 99.3% that you normally don't do anything with, we convert that and we burn it. Our flame is taking the normal depleted uranium, the 99.3% that's cheap as heck, and there's a pile of it sitting in Paducah, Kentucky, that's enough to power the United States for hundreds and hundreds of years. You're taking that and you're converting it to plutonium, and then you're burning that